Hey YouTube, Motor Racing Network, Steve Post here. Another great diecast review show. We've got a beauty for you this time, but we need to talk a little bit about the Brickyard 400, and Kyle Busch rolling that Skittles car to a second consecutive win, his 38th career victory and his 4th win this season, and you know it. That Skittles diecast is available at planbsales.com. Upper right hand corner, just punch in Kyle Busch Brickyard and it will pop up and you can get Skittles colors with a victory lane trip and Kyle Busch after winning the Brickyard 400. Big race up there at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A couple of other notables in the race. Our guy Kyle Larson back in the top 5 with a 5th place run, and we know he's going to Pocono, one of his best tracks this weekend, so we hope that momentum will carry over for Kyle Larson. And how about Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon, not only racing in the top 15 and racing up toward the front for Tony Stewart much of the day, but also that post-race parade lap around the racetrack. Really cool to see two of the all-time greats, two first ballot Hall of Famers, getting a chance to salute the fans and take one final lap around Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Now, when we look at great diecast from 2016, this one right here is going to be one you need to get. Remember, Daytona 500, Chase Elliott jumping in Jeff Gordon's iconic number 24 car, and he put it on the pole position for the Great American Race. We have this diecast just arrived this week. This is Chase Elliott Daytona pole diecast. It is available. The pre-orders are being filled this week, and new orders, we do have some in stock. We've talked this year about not ordering extra. Well, we ordered some extra of this one because we know that you want it, so go on Plan B Sales right now. Punch in Chase Elliott Daytona pole and this car will show up and we can get one headed right to you. It's the Chase Elliott pole winning car from the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Now it's time to go to our favorite part of the program, your questions right down below. We love your questions, love your comments, and yeah, even complimentary of the website. We appreciate that as well last week. We really work hard on things around here at planbsales.com, and we appreciate when you notice it and when you give us a nice compliment on the website. So thank you very much for doing that. But your questions right down below, and let's get to a couple of them. We had 2 of you write in with questions about Dale Earnhardt's replacement driver, Jeff Gordon. William Amos and Victor Santiago, what do you think of Jeff Gordon being Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s replacement driver? You know, if you're going to go to the bench, that 5-time champion from Pittsburgh, Indiana is a pretty good bench to go for, especially when looking at Indianapolis Motor Speedway and Pocono Raceway. So, yeah, Jeff Gordon, a really good pick for that ride, for that car. He's not that far removed. He only spent the first half of the season out of the race car, so he is still involved and still very entrenched in the sport. They have simulators, as Chevrolet has here in the Charlotte area, where Jeff Gordon actually could get in the simulator and feel what the low downforce or lower downforce package that they had at Indianapolis felt like. So Jeff Gordon was up to speed, felt pretty good, said he got smoked on restart, so I know he's going to be working on that this week as he gets ready to go to Pocono, where he is so good. So yeah, I like the Gordon pick as Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s substitute driver. Second question from Joshua Kurtz. What dirt tracks would you like to see in the Truck Series or the Xfinity Series? You know, Joshua, I am really torn on this one because the dirt track race at Eldora is so good. I am telling you, it is my favorite race of the year. I love being part of the MRN crew. So there's part of me that says, it's so good, I don't think we can duplicate it. Let's not water it down. Let's not take the truck somewhere else. So it's so good, let's just keep it once a year and make it really special. The other side of me says, it's so good, we need to do this again somewhere else. The obvious choice in the dirt track world would be Knoxville, Iowa. So I don't know that that's going to translate as well. Eldora's got some really good banking. Knoxville's more of a flat track, although the sprint cars and late models race really well at both places. I don't know. I think I fall to the let's keep it once a year at Eldora, but if we are going to move it, then Knoxville, Iowa would be the next step. Not to move it, but to add, whether we add an Xfinity Series race or a Camping World Truck Series race, I would say Knoxville would be the next logical track. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series rolls into Pocono, the tricky triangle for the second time this year. It will be the 78th race at Pocono. 77 times NASCAR's top tour is raced there. The first winner, Richard Petty, back in 1974. Among active drivers, we mentioned it, Jeff Gordon, 6 wins at Pocono, so he is the most among active drivers. Denny Hamlin has 4 wins. 3-time winners, Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch. Two-time race winners, Carl Edwards, Tony Stewart, Casey Kane, and lone race winners, Ryan Newman, Matt Kenseth, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Greg Biffle, Martin Truex Jr. Last year in the two races, Martin Truex Jr. and Matt Kenseth won. In June, it was Kurt Busch scoring the win. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at Pocono this weekend. See if Jeff Gordon can maybe get win number 7 along the way, or one of those drivers along the way can get another win at Pocono, or someone new steps up, and that's the challenge, and so much fun going to Pocono. So many challenges up there in Pennsylvania. Looking forward to it. Motor Racing Network, we're going to be at Pocono all weekend long. And finally, our question of the weekend, I'm going to steal Joshua's question from earlier. Joshua's question is, what dirt tracks would you like to see in the Truck Series of the Xfinity? I'm going to throw it right back at you. What dirt tracks would you like to see in the Truck Series, in the Xfinity? And I know it's a long shot, but let's just dream here. Would you like to see Sprint Cup Series cars on a dirt track? Folks, it's not going to happen, but would you like to see it as well? So let's talk a little dirt track racing here this week with our question, and you can answer those down below. Chase Elliott Diecast, Kyle Busch race-winning diecast, historic, classic, NHRA, current diecast, apparel, all of it's available at planbsales.com. Just go on there sometime and play around. Type your favorite driver's name in that search box, and you'll be amazed at what you see. So many great items at Plan B Sales, and we can get it shipped right to you, have it delivered right to your doorstep, and have you in good shape. Thanks for joining us this week on the Diecast Review Show. We love that you guys are getting involved with us here on YouTube. We have the comments below. Feel free to mention your comments here. Follow us on Twitter at Plan B Sales, and we'll keep you informed on what we have. And please get some back and forth conversation going, because we love talking racing and love talking with you race fans out there, and we appreciate the business you do give us.